Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. High Street Maitland remains closed following a bad crash involving a car and a motor scooter. New South Wales Ambulance says a 58-year-old man who was riding the scooter was struck at high speed just after 6:30 this morning. He sustained multiple injuries, including a significant injury to his right leg. He's been treated by paramedics and the critical care team from the Hunter's Westpac rescue helicopter before being taken to the John Hunter Hospital. The Premier says he can't intervene in an ongoing industrial dispute which is delaying major infrastructure projects including the M1 Pacific motorway extension and the redevelopment of the John Hunter Hospital. For months, the Electrical Trades Union has been fighting major energy companies to give workers a pay rise. Chris Minns says he has little control over the matter because the companies are privately owned.
These are private companies. I mean, in the instance of me sitting down speaking on behalf of one of those private companies, that would be akin to me saying to Qantas, if they were in a dispute with the Transport Workers Union, well, you need to pay this condition, you need to pay this wage outcome. I've got a limited ability to do that.
Hundreds of nurses across the country, including in the Hunter, are expected to stop work at Healthscope facilities this week as they fight for better pay and conditions. The foreign-owned health company is the second largest private hospital operator in Australia and runs Newcastle Private and Hunter Valley Private Hospital. Staff want a 15% pay rise, in line with an increase recently awarded to colleagues in the public sector. Rallies will take place for 2 hours in Sydney this morning and again on Thursday. Rising Tide will today submit their safety and site management plan as part of their submission to the Supreme Court over moves by police to stop this month's planned blockade of Newcastle Port. Police are challenging the group's application for the protest, citing safety concerns for the protesters on the water and officers' ability to control the risk. Rising Tide community organiser Zach Schofield says they also plan to show the protest won't have an adverse economic impact.
I understand personally that no worker will be losing work because of the protest. Of course, we have indicated since November last year that we would be undertaking this action. So the port and the various operators have had 12 months of preparation time to reschedule their movements.
Time is running out for Muswellbrook Council to have its application for disaster relief funding approved for the August earthquake. Council is hoping to hear this week if a review of its disaster declaration application is successful after it was initially knocked back because it didn't meet the criteria. Mayor Jeff Drayton says even if it's approved, they only have a short amount of time to get an accurate damages estimate prepared for the New South Wales Reconstruction Authority.
We've had to engage some technical expertise, some engineers and the like to come up and assess the damage. So we can't just say, listen, we've got damage, this is what we think it is. We need to have a more accurate figure. That said, I hope it hurries up because you've only got 3 months to have your claim accepted, and that 3 months comes up on the 23rd of this month.
Former Newcastle councillor and Deputy Lord Mayor Andrea Rufo has died at the age of 60. The news was confirmed in a statement from the Rufo family and Newcastle Council overnight. Mr Rufo had been battling acute myeloid leukemia. He served as a councillor for 9 years after first being elected as a Ward 3 councillor in 2012. Details of a celebration of Mr Rufo's life will be shared by his family.
2NURFM Sport.
The Jets will be looking for back-to-back wins for the first time since April when they face Western Sydney this Friday. Despite their opposition still winless in the season, attacker Eli Adams says the team needs to remain focused on the task at hand.
It'll come down to who wants it more on the day. We've been working on certain things this week and it's up to us to implement that into our game and show that we want to get another 3 points and build for the rest of the season.
Meanwhile, the Jets women's team will be looking for their first win of the season after Sunday's comeback draw with the Wanderers. They will face Perth on Sunday, who are coming off a 5-2 loss to Melbourne City to begin their campaign. Early Knights have kicked off their pre-season in preparation for the 2025 NRL season. Among the first batch of players in the training squad include New South Wales Cup prop Cody Hopwood and new recruits Matt Arthur, Taj Anand and Tyrone Thompson. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 4, 6, 8, 15, 36 and 37, and the supplementaries are 3 and 40. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.